Welcome to What Happened. I'm your host, Jermaine McNeil. And we have a very interesting show for you guys today. So let's get right into it. You know we only have 15 minutes. So, a woman in Alabama. Yes, I said Alabama. Crap, it's not even a woman. Sorry. All right, so in Alabama. Yes, I said Alabama. Well, apparently a man has been arrested for inappropriate conduct with his house pet. Yeah, his house pet. So what happened? Allegedly, his neighbor reported seeing him having inappropriate actions in a compromising position. Well, can you picture it? Moving on. So Virginia, a woman by the name of Virginia. Yes, I said Virginia. Is being sued by her health insurance company. Well, what happened? Well, the health insurance company claims that she fraudulently signed documentation as Victor after performing a sex change. It can happen. Yeah. Yeah. Got it. Next. So this one here is really good. Very interesting. The local residents in California. Well, the gay residents in California is extremely upset with the state. What happened? Well, apparently the state has suggested to ban the sale of certain sex toys over a certain size. Yeah, over a certain size. The state claims that since the legalization of gay marriage, the state emergency room visits has increased by 15%. 15%. It could happen. Moving on. In Dallas, the lottery commission is being sued by an elderly man by the age of 86. What happened? Well, the young man suggests that the lottery commission is claiming that the withdrawal of his winnings is due to a computer error. So he decided to sue the commission based on he believes that these are fraudulent claims only to avoid the state from paying him millions of dollars because he's 86 years old. It's believable. All right. Again, I'm your host, Jermaine McNeil, on What Happened. Be sure to tune in every Monday night at midnight, 12:01 at the latest. Now, word from my sponsors. All right. Welcome to What Happened. I'm your host, Jermaine McNeil. We have a great show for you today, so let's get started. We only have 15 minutes. So, jumping right into it. In the state of Alabama, yes, I said Alabama, a man has been arrested for inappropriate conduct with his house pet. Yes, house pet. Well, allegedly, what happened? Well, allegedly, his neighbor reported seeing the two of them in a compromising position. Can you picture it? Moving on. In Virginia, a woman by the name of Virginia is being sued by a health insurance company. What happened? Well, her health insurance company claims that she signed fraudulent forms as Victor after performing a sex change. It could happen. This one is very interesting. In Virginia, a woman by the name of Virginia, yes, Virginia, is being sued by a health insurance company. What happened? Well, a health insurance company claims that she signed fraudulent forms as Victor after performing a sex change. It could happen. Moving on. The state of Dallas is being sued by a young man by the age of 86. The claimant claims that the state is fraudulent performing lottery winnings, and he's been playing for 40 plus years and he has not won. So he decided to file suit. It's believable. I may consider that one. Moving on. California. This is very interesting. You're gonna like this. California. Residents in California, well, let me say, gay residents in California is extremely upset with the state. What happened? Well, apparently the state is suggesting preventing the sale of certain sex toys above a certain length. Why? Well, the state claims that since legalization of gay marriage, the emergency room visits have increased by 15%. So, this one, you're gonna like this one. Apparently, local residents of California is extremely upset with the state. Why? Well, apparently the state is suggesting to stop the sale or ban the sale of sex toys over a certain size. Well, the state claims that since the legalization of gay marriage, the state has, the emergency room visits has increased by 15%. I can believe it. Huh. Very interesting. Fraudulently. 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 Again, this is your host, Jermaine McNeil, on What Happened. Be sure to tune in Monday nights at midnight. Now, word from my sponsors. Again, this is Jermaine McNeil, your host of What Happened. Be sure to watch us every Monday night at midnight. Now, word from my sponsors. This is Jermaine McNeil for What Happened. Be sure to tune in every Monday night at midnight, 12:01 at the latest. Now, word from my sponsors. That is it. I'm your host, Jermaine McNeil, on What Happened. So tune in every Monday night at midnight, 12:01 at the latest. Now we're from my sponsors. Again, I'm your host, Jermaine McNeil, on What Happened. So be sure to tune in on every Monday night at midnight, 12:01 at the latest. Now we're from my sponsors.